Hi guys, and welcome back to another video Gaming with Powers. I'm Jake, and today we're going to be doing another playthrough or another look at Skytear Horde. Today we're going to be upping the difficulty, moving to hard difficulty, and I'm going to be showcasing another clan that is in the game. So as always guys, let's go ahead and jump down to the table where we got everything set up. Okay guys, we got everything set up here for another solo playthrough of Skytear Horde. Just a reminder guys, remember this is the deluxe version of the game you are looking at here. So the playmat and all the tokens here are upgraded for the deluxe version. Real quick, before I get into this playthrough, there's two things I just wanted to clarify, guys, that I got misunderstood, or actually that some of you helped me point out in my last video. The first one, guys, is the outsider. So as normal, the outsider 1 will start in the outsider pile. And when you reach the second portal, guys, at the end of the horde phase, he will be summoned into play. When you defeat the outsider, this is the difference here. As soon as level 1 is defeated, you will bring level 2 into the outsider pile, okay? If you are still on the second level of the portal, at the end of the next horde phase, you will then be able to summon the level 2 outsider into play, and if you were to defeat him, then you will win the game. It was my understanding that the second level of the outsider would only come into play once I got to the third level portal, or the level 3 portal. That is not correct. It is as soon as he is the level 1 is defeated, the level 2 will come into the pile. At the end of the turn, you will summon all the horde cards and he would come in, right? So you can stay, you really only have to get to the level 2 portal in order to beat both versions of the outsider to be able to win the game. So I hope that makes sense. The second thing, guys, is minions. I said in the first playthrough that you can engage minions for one of your turn. You have to have an ally in a lane in order to engage a minion. Not a tower, not a spell. It has to be an ally in order to engage. This is kind of tricky though, guys, because some allies have certain play effects that say a monster engaged with them can take 2 damage, and technically you can do these actions simultaneously. So I could play and engage minions at the same time to use that play effect, if that makes sense. So those are 2 things I want to clarify real quick. All right, guys, so let's jump in to the playthrough we got today. So I'm taking a look at the hard difficulty portal here. We are going to be using the Undead Horde deck, and I'm going to be fighting the Death Dealer. We got to put level 1. I got to be fighting the Death Dealer Outsider, okay? I'm going to be using the Green Clan, which looks like we have like Shaman / Amazonian Tribesmen / like Dryads, maybe, like trees it looks like. So a couple Groots people. But let's go ahead and look at the 2 towers that are available to me. So we got the Living Rampart and the Leviathan's Temple. So the Living Rampart, during the Treachery phase, I can exhaust this card by paying 1 mana, and an ally of my choice will gain Mutiform 1, which is either they gain +1 health or +1 attack. Got a health of 20. Or I have the Leviathan's Temple. I can exhaust this to pay 1 mana to choose either draw a card or Gorilla 1. Interesting. I think we're going to go with the Leviathan's Temple here. So let me go ahead and do the Leviathan's Temple. Now I have my 2 heroes, heroic allies here. So Koltik has a mana cost of 5, attack of 4, health of 3. He gains permanent armor 2. He exhausts, if I can exhaust this card to pay 1 mana, and for the remainder of the turn, he will gain +1 attack, and for each allied tribesman in my discard pile. Nice. Or Takali, mana cost of 3, attack of 2, health of 4. If an ally would take damage, another ally in that lane may take that in damage instead. I can exhaust this card for him to gain -2 health. Return a non-hero ally card with mana cost of 3 or less from my discard pile to my hand. All right. I think I'm going to take Koltik here. So we'll go ahead and take him and shuffle him in my deck. Go ahead and give this a shuffle. I went ahead and did the setup already, guys, which is each minion will gain +1 health. That is the setup on the portal, which I have here. My portal is going to give me 4 mana each turn and has a health of 6. All right, so let's go ahead and grab these 5 cards. 1, 2, 3, 4, and 5. All right, and let's see what we got. So I have a Stalker Pack. Mana cost of 3, attack of 2, health of 2. During the fight phase, this card can Gorilla 1, which is remove up to 1 health from a minion. Nice. I have a Bush Dryad. Mana cost of 3, attack of 2, health of 2. When I play this card, I can move any number of positive attack or positive health tokens from an ally to the Bush Dryad. After Bush Dryad's neighbor is destroyed, this card gains Mutiform 2, which means I can increase its health by 1 or attack by 1. I can do that 2 times. Wow. I have a Guard Pillar for mana cost of 2. After an ally is destroyed, put that card beneath Guard Pillar. If Guard Pillar has 3 or more allies beneath it, destroy Guard Pillar and return all cards beneath it to the owner's hand. Nice. I have a Ritual Pillar. Mana cost of 1. Ritual Pillar gains plus 2 health. I can exhaust this card to lose 1 health and randomly choose 3 cards from my discard pile and return 1 of them to my hand. And we have a Canopy Hunters for a mana cost of 2, attack of 1, health of 1. When this card is destroyed, I get to Gorilla 2, which is remove up to 2 health from a minion. Okay? I think I'm going to keep my Stalker Pack and Bush Dryad. I think I'll keep my Canopy Hunters. And I will keep my Guard Pillar. Go ahead and put this tower back in the deck. We're going to go ahead and mulligan 1 card. Reshuffle this, and let's see what we get. I get a Sacrifier. Mana cost of 2, attack of 1, health of 4. When I play this card, I may destroy an ally. If I do, a non-epic monster gains -1 attack and -1 health for each allied tribesman in my discard pile for the remainder of the turn. I can exhaust this card to lose 2 health and return a non-hero allied tribesman from my discard pile to my hand. Okay, interesting. All right, let's go ahead and get this party started, guys. So with the refresh phase, I am gaining mana. So I got 4 mana available to me. I don't have any exhausted cards. Again, I'm using the Undead deck, guys, which is already shuffled in here. And then I have some skeleton tokens over here to the side because the Dead Dealer will bring in skeleton tokens as well as this Horde deck. All right, let's go ahead and go straight into the Horde phase and summon. Whoop. We are summoning 1 Horde card in the lane. And this is going to be a spell, Raise the Dead. The Radamill minions gain +3 health. Okay, guys. Sorry, I am back. I forgot to grab dice. So I have some extra handy dandy dice here. So I'm going to use that as a tracker for the remainder of the turn. Some of y'all suggested that. So they're going to gain 3 health for the remainder of the turn. And after a monster is destroyed, the Radamill minions will gain +1 health. That is that. All right. Okay, guys, so now we're moving on to the alliance phase. So let me see what I want to do here. I think what I'm going to do is spend 2 to play the Canopy Hunters here. I'm going to spend another 2 to play the Guard Pillar in just a lane over here. And then I'm going to have the Canopy Hunters engage the Zephyrite minions. And I think that's what we're going to do. All right. So now we'll go into the Treachery phase. So the Zephyrite minions are going to get +1 attack. And then we move into the fight phase. So they're going to go ahead and fight. So he's dealing 2 damage to me. I'm dealing 1 damage back to him, which will go ahead and kill him. And then whenever a monster is destroyed, the Radamill minions will gain 2. Then, because he is destroyed, I get to remove up to 2 health from a minion. So I'll go ahead and remove 2 health from the Radamill minions. I destroyed a minion, so I'll go ahead and draw a card, which is a Draining Pillar. Mana cost of 5. After a non-outsider Horde card is revealed, you may discard that card. If you do, Draining Pillar gains -1 health. A card discarded this way has no effect. When I play this card, it gains +2. Wow, that's actually a pretty good card. So he gets destroyed, but because of my Guard Pillar, he gets slipped right underneath here whenever one of my cards gets destroyed. Okay, now we're going to go ahead and move into the pillage phase. So I'm pillaging 3, 4, 5 cards from the top of my deck. 1, 2, 3, 4, and 5. All right. And then we get to the end phase where this will rotate 90 degrees. I must discard down. And now back up top. So the Radamill minions will lose all of their health because that was just for the remainder of the turn. I gain 4 mana and we are going to the Horde phase. So we are summoning 2 cards, all right? Boom, boom, boom. All right, so we got 2 spells again, it looks like. So the first one is Snipers. So the Onikai minions gain +2 health. All right, Snipers will deal 2 damage to the ally with the most health. If no allies have any minus health, Snipers deal 3 damage to the castle instead, okay? So I have no allies in play currently, so my castle will take 3 damage, and this would get discarded. Now we have the Secret Passage. The Yetnar minions gain +2 health, and it says for the remainder of the turn, Yetnar minions cannot be engaged. Woof. And they gain Pillage, which is 1 extra card for each health on the monster. Ooh, ay, ay, ay. Jeez Louise. All right, so I'm at 4. So I think what I'm going to do is spend 3 to play the Stalker pack. I'm going to spend another 1 to exhaust my temple, which allows me to gorilla, which is to remove 1 health from a minion. So I'm going to remove 1 health from the Yetnar minions. And then I'm down to 0. So let's go ahead and move into the treachery phase. So there's nobody in the lane, so that will just blank through. We'll now go into the fight phase. So my Stalker pack will deal 2 damage to the castle. And then, because it is the fight phase, I get to Gorilla 1, which is remove 1 plus health from a minion. So I'll remove another health from the Yetnar minions. All right. And then now we go to the Pillage phase. So that is 3 for the Onikai minions. And then 2 from the Yetnar minions because of the spell they activated the last turn. All right, back into the end phase. We'll go ahead and rotate the portal 90 degrees, discard down, I'm good, and back up top. So I'm gaining 4 mana. Let me go ahead and unexhaust all my exhausted cards, and we're good to go. Okay, we go to the Horde phase, which is summoning 0 cards. Let's see what I want to do here. I'm going to spend 3 to play the Bush Dryads right here. All right, and then I'm going to engage the Onikai minions. All right, we're going to engage the Onikai minions from them. And then, let's see, I got 1 mana, 1 mana. I'm going to spend, well, yeah, I'll spend that last mana to exhaust my temple to draw a card. So let's see what I got. We're getting a Behemoth. Holy smoke, 25 mana. Behemoth costs 1 less mana to play for each card in your discard pile. Okay, when I play him, he mutiform 5. So repeat 5 times, either gain 1 health or 1 attack. So 1 less mana for each card. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. So he's costing 15 mana. Oof. I don't have enough to, obviously the max is 10 here. Okay. So I'm down to 0 mana. Can't really do anything. All right, let's go ahead and move into the treachery phase. Well, I might... No, because he can fight. Okay, let's go ahead and move into the treachery phase, and he is gaining +1 attack. All right, so now we go into the fight phase. So these two are going to go. So he's going to deal 4 damage to me. I'm dealing 2 damage back to him, but he has trample. So what trample means that whatever damage is left over goes to my castle. So I'm taking 2 damage to my castle. Okay, taking 2 damage to my castle. I get to fight Gorilla, which is remove up to 1 health from a minion. So I'll remove 1 health from the Yetnar minions. He took 2 damage, so he takes 2 health. This gets destroyed. However, this goes back in, or goes underneath my guard pillar. And the Bush Dryad's effect activates. It says after Bush Dryad's neighbor is destroyed, I get to mutiform 2. Which is, this is permanent. So I think what I'm going to do is give him +2 health, all right? So he's now hitting for 4. And that is the Onikai Minion's lane, I believe. Then we go to the Bush Dryad. So he's hitting for 4. All right. So he hits the portal for 4, which I'm just going to give him a double 6 right there. Bring that back. All right. And then I believe that is all of the that's all of the lanes. Let me make sure I did everything correctly. Yep, he goes under. All right. And then we move to the pillage phase. So he stays here for now. All these don't pillage nothing. Now he will move back into the back line. Okay, and then we go to the end phase where if the gate was destroyed, which it is now. All right. So this goes back. All right, and this will get over to the side. We'll flip this next gate in the upright position. Okay, and then we will... I didn't destroy a card. Yep, so I'll exhaust... I'll discard down to 7. Now back up top to the refresh phase. So I'll gain 6 mana now. Okay, I will refresh all of my unexhausted cards. And we go to the Horde phase. So he is summoning 2... Woo-wee! Horde monsters and then himself. Alright, so the first monster we have, the Revenant Archers. Play. The Revenant Archers deal 1 damage to the ally with the most minus health. If there are no wounded allies, then deal 3 damage to the castle instead. Alright, so 3 damage to the castle. He's got 1 health, 1 attack, 1 health, and then when he's destroyed, he summons a skeleton token. Alright. Revenant Cavalry. When this card is played, it gains +2 attack for the remainder of the turn. Alright, so he gets +2 attack. And when he is destroyed, I will summon a skeleton token. So he's got 4 attack and 1 health. Alright, everything is compacted. We now go to the end of the Horde phase. So the Death Dealer comes into play. Alright. The Outsider, he's got 5 attack and 5 health. It says, after the Death Dealer destroys an ally or a monster, summon a skeleton token. Okay. When he is played, destroy the weakest monster. The Death Dealer gains the attack and health equal, respectively, to the attack and health values of the destroyed monster. So this would be the Revenant Archers as 1 and 1. So he will destroy the Revenant Archers. He will gain 1 attack and 1 health. And then, because the Revenant Archers are destroyed, when they are destroyed, they will summon a skeleton token. Alright, so I believe the skeleton token would probably be summoned here to the right. I believe, maybe. If you guys are not, because it's the end of the phase, and you would compact all the cards. So yeah, so technically they would be, well, I think they would be summoned here. I'm not sure, because things be summoned left or right. If I did that wrong and he should be summoned in the right lane, let me know. Okay, so now we move on to the Alliance phase, guys, which is me, all right? Let me see how many. I definitely don't have enough for, what was that? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. I still am at 10. All right. Let's see what I want to do. I think I'm going to spend 2. So let's go 1. Well, actually, I'm going to spend 1 to exhaust my tower to draw a card. So I get a sacrifice. So during the treachery phase, I can remove any number of attacks or positive health from an ally. A monster will gain -1 or -1 health. Man, these cards are useless. So let's see. I'm gonna spend 2. That's 1, 2 to play a sacrificer. And it says when he plays, I can destroy an ally. Nope, I don't want to destroy an ally. I can give him -2 health to return a non-hero tribesman from my discard pile to my hand. Ooh, I got a Flesh Hunter. That might be Tribe Warriors. A Canopy Hunters. Let me look at this Flesh Hunter. Destroy a non-epic monster engaged with Flesh Hunter. After one or more is removed from a minion, Flesh Hunter gains attacks. Oof. But he only got 1 health. I'm going to do that. Okay, so I'm going to exhaust my sacrificer. Give him 2 damage here. I got a plan. And then I'm going to get my tribesmen from the discard pile back into my hand. So I'm at 3, 3. So I can't do anything right now. All right. So we are going to, let's see, he's at 6. Okay, guys. So I exhausted my guy to take 2 health to gain him back into my hand. And let's see, he's doing 4. Oh, man. What I'm going to do is move him here. And, well, no, I got a plan. Let me see. Okay, so I'm going to move him here and him here. So he's exhausted there, and that's what we're going to do. Okay, so let's go into the treachery phase now. So the skeleton tokens are gaining +1. So we'll go ahead and move into the fight phase. So skeleton lanes are going to deal 2 damage to my castle. So I'm just going to take this and take that damage right there. So it's 3, 6, 9, 10. All right, so I'm down to 10 health on my castle. They've been resolved. This lane is going to resolve. So I'm dealing 1 damage. And then he is dealing 4 to me. So he will go ahead and destroy my sacrificer. So he will come here. And this is the 3rd card in my pillar. So the pillar will go ahead and go away. And these go back into my hand. All right. And then since he was destroyed, my Bush Dryad gets Mutaform 2. So I'm going to give him 2 more health, or 2 more attack. We're going to load up on the attack. And let's see. We're going to now go ahead and do battle. So I'm gaining 2, 4, 6. So I'm dealing 6 damage to him. He's dealing 6 damage back to me. So my Bush Dryad is going to be defeated. But I also defeat him in the process. So once he is destroyed, he will summon a skeleton token. So a skeleton token will be taken there. Bush Dryad is destroyed. He gets destroyed. The second outsider will jump right in, and I will get to draw a card, which is another Chob's Warrior. And then we would go to the skeleton token here, which would deal 1 damage to my portal. All right, moving to the pillage phase. The Onikai minions will pillage once to my deck. And then we go back to the end phase. So this will rotate 90 degrees. I must discard down to 7. So we're discarding this immediately because I don't want that. That's 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, and 7. All right. So I'm at 7. And back up top to the refresh phase. So I'm gaining 6. So I am at 9. All right, and then we go to the Horde phase. So the Horde phase, these dice go away. I'm summoning a Horde monster, and it's going to be Shadehounds. Fight. If the Shadehounds are engaged and the rightmost lane is free, move them there. Attack of 4, health of 4. All right. And then that is the end of the everything's compacted, and then we'll summon the Death Dealer. All right. After the Death Dealer destroys an ally or a monster, summon a skeleton token. He's got attack of 5, health of 7. When he is played, destroy all non-epic monsters and summon a Horde card for each monster destroyed this way. So these, unfortunately, are all non-epic monsters. And that can be denoted, guy, right here underneath the text. It says what it is. So these are all non-epics. And I got to draw 4 cards, right? 4 Horde cards. 2, 3, and 4. All right. So we have an epic monster, the Betrayed. Skeleton tokens gain +1 attack. When this card is played, move the Betrayed to the rightmost free lane. Then summon 3 skeleton tokens. All right. Rightmost free lane, he'll summon a skeleton token there. And then we would do the Suppression Fire, which is an attachment. Play the Radamill minions gain +2. All right. Radamill minions will gain +2. And then the Zephyrite minions gain 1. And summon 1 skeleton token attached to the strongest minion. I can't attach any skeleton tokens, okay? Attached to the strongest minion. Alright. So attached to the strongest minion, attached monster gains fight, which will deal 2 damage to the ally engaged with the attached monsters. So the strongest minion is going to be the Radamill minions. Alright. We have another monster, the Oni Horde. The Oni Horde will gain +1 attack for each neighbor and it gains an armor 1. So it's passive armor 1. It gains +1 attack for each neighbor. So we're going to go ahead and put that. Oh, that's the end of turn. We're going to put that there. And then we have snipers. Well, actually, he's not going to have any neighbors. So he gets armor 1 because that's a spell. Only minions gain +2 attack. Snipers deal 2 damage. If there's nobody there, my castle will take 3 damage instead. Ay, guys. What is that? 3, 6, 9, 12, 13, 14. The castle's at 6. And that goes away. And then we obviously have the epic monster, and that is that. All right, so that's what we got. Whew, that's rough. Okay, so basically I need to find a way to take care of this dead dealer. And I need to find a way to deal 7, which I might have it. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13. So that's brutal. That is 13. So, oh man, I need 12. But I don't have it. Okay, is there any other way I can get? I don't think so. So he gets +1 attack. Okay, so let me go 1, 2, and summon these canopy hunters in that lane. Then I'm going to spend 1, 2, and 3 and summon this stalker pack. I also get a mana for that because of the betrayed. Okay, so I'll put them in the stalker pack. And then spend 1, 2, 3, 4 for my tribe warriors to be there. And then when he's played, the engaged monsters get -1 attack and -1 health for the remainder of the turn. All right, so -1. So he's got -1 and then -1. All right. So wait, no, really he's at 6. So there we go. So 6 and then he's at 4. Where's the 4? All right. So he's at 4 and 6. All right. And then he's got fight. So I have 1 mana left. What I want is these cards to get pillaged. Yes. Okay, I got a plan, guys. I got a plan, and I'm hoping this thing works. All right, so now going into the treachery phase, the rightmost minion will gain +1 attack for the remainder of the turn. All right, we go into the fight phase now. So he's dealing 2 damage to me, and I'm dealing 1 damage back to him. So he gets destroyed, I get destroyed. When this card is destroyed, return this card back to the reserve, and I do not draw a card. So he gets destroyed. I get to remove 2 health from a minion. So I'm going to remove 2 health from the Onikai minions. He is going to deal 2 direct damage to me. So that is... So swap out and do that. So what am I at? 1, 2, 3, 4, 15, 16. Oof. So now we're gonna fight. So I get to remove up to 1 from a minion. All right, and then the monster engaged your try. Yeah, so he's got that. So he's dealing 4 damage. So he's killing me, and then I'm dealing 2 to him. So he's down to 4. Let me calculate this because this is gonna go back up. So he's down to 4. Okay, and then he dealt 4, I dealt 2, so this guy is destroyed. All right, and then he destroyed an ally, so a skeleton token would be summoned. And then we now go to the next lane, which is the stalker pack. So I get to fight phase. I get to remove 1 from a 1 health, Gorilla 1, which is remove 1 positive health from a minion. I'm attacking for 2, and he's dealing 2 damage, so we are both going to kill each other. All right, doesn't say anything about him being destroyed. And then he gets destroyed, but I killed him, so I get to draw a card. All right, we got a Clearing Dryad, mana of 3, attack of 3, health of 4. I can exhaust them during the treachery phase to move 1 positive health or 1 positive attack from an ally to another ally. All right. So I think that was all the lanes, guys. I think that was all the lanes. Okay, now we move to the pillage phase. So I'm pillaging 2 cards from the top of my deck. All right. Which is another behemoth. Oh, man. And then we're going to rotate 90 degrees. All right. And then we are going to discard down to 7, which I got back up top to the refresh phase. So I'm at 7. Exhaust all that. And then we go to the horde phase. So we're summoning 1 card. An epic monster, the Shade Hunter. After a neighbor of Shade Hunter is destroyed, Shade Hunter gains +1 health barrier. If this monster would suffer damage and he has no negative health on it, it will just receive 1 negative health instead. All right. The Oni Horde will gain this. And that's rough. We gotta compact everything. So he's back to 5 attack, and he's up to 5 health, because that was just for the remainder of the turn. All right, guys. What am I at now? That's 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16, 17, 18. Okay, 18 cards. I gotta do math. So that's 2, 7. Ah, yes. But, oh, man. I think I'm screwed either way, because I need... I could summon him, but I don't have enough because I need 2 people here. So, let me see. Okay. What I might have to do is just whittle them down. So I'm going to spend 3, going 1, 2, and 3 to, man, let's see. He's dealing 3 and 4. That's going to be it. I think this is game no matter what I do, because no matter what, they're going to take damage. So I'll just do what my plan was. There. And then spend another, what was I going to do? Spend another 2, so that's 1 and 2, to have the sacrificer. Nah, we'll see when he destroys somebody. That's unfortunate. Yeah, no matter what I do, really. So even if I spend all 4 and put him into play... man, you could... I'm trying to think here. Really, I don't have a choice. That's really, I think, all I can do, guys. Now we go into the treachery phase. Treachery card. If the boosted monster is engaged, move it to the rightmost free lane. So he's not. So we go into the fight phase. He would deal 1 damage to my portal. All right. These guys are going to engage. So he's doing 4 to me. Well, actually, I would have 1 more mana left over. So he would deal 1 more damage to me. And let's see. So he's doing 4 to me, which is all my health. I'm dealing 1 to him because he currently has none on it. All right. So I get destroyed. He takes 1 damage. This is going to deal 3 damage to my portal, and I think that's the game, right? 3, 6, 9. That's 18, 19, 20. Yep. And that is 20 damage. So that is my portal, guys. That's it. So I am defeated. Let's go ahead and get my first impressions. So I'm gonna be honest, I'm really not feeling this green deck, man. This green clan. It just seems like you got to, they're good about freeing up the minions by using those gorillas, but it seems like a lot of them are, you get these mutaforms and then you take those pluses, add them to somebody else, and kind of, work them like that. So I'm just not a big fan of that play style. I don't really like sacrificing any of my people. So it just doesn't pertain to me. So I'm not a big fan of this deck. But yeah, overall, it was a good match. It was a close match. Definitely a lot more challenging than the first one. Obviously, again, this is the hard mode. They have one more mode after this, which is Nightmare. So I think I'm going to go ahead and try this hard mode again with, you know, a different clan. And then if I can beat that, I'll do the hardest difficulty. But again, guys, yeah, I'm not a big fan of this green deck. They just got a lot of... this Behemoth is pretty cool, though. I do like the Mutiform cards where you can give yourself health and attack. But it seems like majority of their stuff is just sacrificing stuff. Let's talk about the undead. I'm not really quite sure how the undead works. I think there's a few mechanics I might have got wrong with just like summoning the skeleton tokens. Not really sure if you summon them in the rightmost lane going that way, or you summon them from left to right, like kind of like you do everything else. I would surmise you would summon everything left to right, but I am not sure. But yeah, I think they're pretty cool, like how they work with the skeleton tokens, adding in different things that you have to account for. But overall, guys, this is it. So this is the Undead Horde deck. This is the Death Dealer Epic Monster Outsider. I did like him. He's very interesting. Coming in, just clearing everything out and gaining all that attack and health for the first one, and then making you summon more Horde cards. So it's definitely cool. But yeah, this is the hard mode Undead Horde deck. This is the green clan right here. Hope you guys enjoyed this playthrough. As always, go ahead and drop a comment down below. You know, do you own Skytear Horde? If you do, how have you been enjoying it? And as always, guys, if you hadn't hit that notification bell, sign up for these notifications so when we drop new content, you are aware, and subscribe if you had not subscribed, guys. All right, y'all have a great one. Bye.